Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is Dr. Rao, along with my wife Dharni here. Yeah, we were talking about the stress free day that everybody can have, and we can have 7 ways we can cultivate to be stress free. These are mainly related to mind and one physiological thing, which is our breathing. So I've been talking about this, and I have come to the last one today. Let me enumerate the 7 of them so that it will be a recapitulation of what we have done this week. Um, Suppose you are in the present all the time, and that's number one. Number two is you are breathing deep. Number three is you are reacting less and responding more. Number four is you are silent some time of the day, cultivating morning, evening, some time for the silence, or most of the time for silence is a good thing. Okay, but if you can do whatever you can do, and then being kind in a random way, not necessarily for some purpose, but just being kind. Okay, and uh, being grateful for what we have, celebrating what we have. And the final one is be really uh, not only in the present but positive, being positive of anything that happens. Look, have this attitude of half glass full rather than half glass empty attitude. I think we all know this. Many people follow this and they try to do, but then really bad things happen. People kind of lose the uh, ability and confidence in themselves, and they become very easily negative. Okay, that's what is really talked about in so many ancient texts, ancient talks, ancient philosophies, is to how to see the positive in the negativity. This is called uh, more like a cognitive reframing in the modern terminology. Pratipaksha bhavana in Sanskrit. That means, suppose you have a negative attitude, and then you kind of try to get out of the negative frame and think of something positive that will inspire you and that will inspire the people around you and whatever the institution you are working in, all that. So, by looking at your attitude of positivity, even in the extreme difficult situations, that will be wonderful inspiration to other human beings. We all know this, but then how many people really reflect on this? Take a day and see, are you being positive or negative? I had an experience today. Somebody took me to the cleaners, and I was I know that they were cheating me and they were not delivering what they were supposed to deliver, and they took the money almost for free without delivering anything. But then they claim that they have done a lot. They never bothered about what is my needs and how they should attend. As a customer, it is a very negative experience, you know. And if I let it be with me and I see only the negative part of it, I'll feel down, I'll feel sad, I'll feel angry, I'll feel betrayed, I'll feel cheated and all that. Okay. So during that time, what I would say is, okay, I have learned from this experience. So I should engaging in people like that who promise and don't deliver anything and take your money ahead of you. That's kind of, so that kind of mental framework of being positive. Hi Prasad, welcome. So it's a question of cultivating positivity even when things are going in negative, right? That is called Pratipaksha Bhavana in Sanskrit. This is part of the yoga. So what it is suppose you are trying to study yourself inwardly, and then you are finding that you are all angry, you are all betrayed, you are all cheated, feeling, and then you really feel so much angry about so many people. That all that is negative framework, right? But in that atmosphere, if you say, well, this is all something for me to learn from, and that learning itself could be positive for you, help you later on. And also understanding the negative framework is not good for you as a health wise, right? So that kind of thing. I was very really blown away and thought that was fantastic when I heard the somebody was talking to me about Bhagavad Gita, and he said, Krishna said, whatever happens, either positive or negative in life, that is actually is for your own good. So whenever I remember that, however bleak, however bad the situations are or the circumstances are, I kind of come out of it just by that. Okay, don't leave the logic, leave the everything alone, but just by that. And then in the devotional aspect of ancient wisdom, they talk about even the suffering is like a prasada. That means it is coming from the God. That's why you take it for something to learn from, and the suffering leads to more of knowledge opening for you. So prasada buddhi, they talk. It means your intellect accept all that as a offering that is blessed by the divine. That is prasada buddhi. So having this pratipaksha bhavana or prasada buddhi, they really turn around all the negativity that you have. This is pretty serious now because we see lot more kids are getting depressed, lot more young people, lot more young adults are getting very depressed, and then the suicide rate is going up. So when you take, how do they go so much plunging into the deep negativity is, it's like this. So we know from the neuroplasticity, what we think we kind of enhance that. For example, if I think I'm going to be getting up and walking and then I'll be stronger, I will be doing that. Okay, but if I cultivate like a, I don't have any energy, I'm going to stay in the bed all the time, then at a certain age you will become really that weak and really not working in your body. It makes you so much, and then that will take you downward spiral towards the negativity, which is the depression. Deeper. And when you're depressed, that's when people are really going for the suicide and all that. So youngsters, even though they have so much life ahead, so many things they could do, they feel like there's nothing, no hope for them, and they have to end. That's a consequence of having the negativity go deeper and deeper into yourself. So, but if you can really positive, like being a human being, being intelligence of the human is itself a blessing. Once you realize, once you are so optimistic about that, you may be able to use it to some extent or a larger extent, depending on your education, your circumstances, your conditioning, or all that. But you will be going a lot more happier way when you identify what kind of intelligence you have and how to use that by turning your mind on itself to your inward, and then look at the thoughts, and then if they're negative, try to find something like a light around the black cloud. Just try to find something positive about it, something you can do, and that itself makes that negative thought be transformed into something positive, right? So it's a very important thing. That's why I was bringing it. For example, you get up in the morning. First thing is, don't try to jump into the stream of thought, whether positive, negative, or whatever the schedule. No, don't do that. Give it some time so that you are in your real awareness, your real self, rather than these streams of thoughts. Give some time. You can pick it up later on, okay? And then it won't work that fast. So it will be giving you some time to be with your real positive self, and then get up and be grateful for getting up, and then have that energy by deep breathing, and then really counting your blessings, and then trying to do something for somebody other than yourself, so that kind of attitude brings on a positive atmosphere around you, and then within you too. So this is the seventh one, being positive. Okay, we talked about the movement in Paris in 1950s and 60s, where they counted everything that they have, and they did not say what they didn't have. They were happy to celebrate what they have. So if we all start to do that, convert negativity into positivity, and resolve to be positive through the day, that is the seventh way of how to have a stress-free day. Okay, all these things. Look at you have to be positive, done by your mind. You have to be in the present, done by your mind. You have to be silent, the mind, that's again mind. Kindness, that's also mind. Gratefulness, that's also mind. Being silent in the mind is also the mind eventually. So these are all related to how we allow our mind to operate. The biggest thing is modern man thinks it's all thinking. That French philosopher Rene Descartes, when he said, "I think, therefore I am," is now looked at consciousness angle or ancient angle, that he stopped one step short. He should have said, "I am conscious, therefore I am. I am conscious. In my consciousness, thought happens." So thought happens in you rather than you are happening to the thought. Once you understand and you say, okay, I'm going to bring what is fundamentally me as the awareness to the front, and the thought as instrument that I can use to navigate through the life, then thought is under control. Then what happens is, as you're deep breathing, your thoughts slowing down, then you kind of examine the slow thought to the extent that you can go to one thought. And after you go to one thought, where you can stay with the one thought and see whether it is negative or positive. Don't allow the thought to go on to other thought, like that network. Just one thought. And then if it is a negative, try to deliberately look at, is there a positivity around this? Is this something that I can learn from, or something I would appreciate, or something that will caution me or warn me about something that I can do in the future? All that, right? Then you have really pratipaksha bhavana, from negativity to positivity. So all these seven things I'm talking about are really connected to the mind, even breath also, because breath and this thought stream, they both come from the same place. If you think too much, then you take a deep breath. The thinking too much will slow down. That everybody knows about it. Take it, they tell you first, right? And so this is all about the mind, about how we kind of keep our mind. Don't allow it and say, oh, whichever way you want, I will go and do it. No, have a purpose, have something that you want to do, have something enjoyment or whatever, and then you can use your mind your way. So this I call conscious thought. Be conscious about what you're thinking. Be conscious about what thoughts are coming from, where they are coming from. In yoga, they said people are born with tendencies. That means somebody may become energy, somebody may become a sculptor, musician, or whatever, or somebody may have tendencies where they are angry, or those things. Even at a very end, you can detect them. Those tendencies, yoga says, that is from the previous births and all that, right? So, given that, you can change those tendencies by slowing down your whole thinking and sitting. That is the meditation people talk about. But then meditation is really a is not a practice. It's a state of being in the here, present, and in awareness, moment to moment awareness. You have all that is possible when you really not think too much and not think negatively. So if you are aware of all these things, it will slow down. So those are the seven ways I was talking about all this week, as to how you can understand and implement them, and thereby they will help you not to generate stress. Let's see, how do they generate stress? Number one, I was saying, be in the present, live in the present. What does it mean? Live in the present means, suppose you are here listening, your attention is completely here, or you are thinking about some other things that you will have to do, maybe go and see a movie or do a walk and all that. So you are losing both ways, because you are not there and you are not here. So that's the how stress is caused, because you will probably sometimes make mistakes because you are not paying attention. Suppose you are doing work and you are not paying complete attention, then you can possibly make mistakes, right? So the quality of work will go down, and that can bring you sadness and all that too. Number two, deep breathing is something not only improves your molecular oxygenation and the health at that level, also takes away a lot of toxins out, and then that way you are helped by the this one. And also it cuts down the rapid thought that's going on continuously unconsciously, right? That's the important thing to save energy and to make you healthy, because it doesn't uh, produce stress hormones. Otherwise, they are, if the rapid thought, you're thinking all the time, you cannot sleep, you don't have much health that way, okay? Number three, we talked about, don't react. Don't have to react emotionally, but respond to the things that are in front of you. So if you don't do that, if you go on reacting, you can create animosity with your colleagues and friends and family, or you can be spending a lot of your energy in a negative way, which is not good. You can blood pressure can go up and all that. All those metabolic disorders, which are I call diseases of civilization, which are diabetes, hypertension, um, all, all these hypercholesteremia, arthritis. I call them diseases of civilization, because they are mostly secondary to lifestyles, our eating, our moving, or thinking, all that, right? So, and if you are not silent, you don't give the opportunity for the brain to arrange itself. So very plain, very evident. Because people feel very happy when they are taking a peg of alcohol, something, and then they don't have too many thoughts. Then at least for the temporary, they feel good, right? Um, so hi Ram. So that's the one. Okay, because you are not really kind and really cruel to people, obviously that's not good for us. The same way, if you miss what you have in sorts of blessings, then you will also have the same problem. So celebration of what is a blessing, that's the most important. And then be positive, right? These are the seven ways you can be stress-free in a day. So anybody has a question or comment on this, you can come up and talk to me about it. I'll be happy about it. Hi, how are you?
Hello, Dr. Rao and Dharani.
How are you, Ram?
Good, good. And as you were speaking about the habits that can change a person,
Yeah.
I was thinking about how to do it with an app. Maybe you have an app?
Not the app I'm talking about. I'm talking about just being in the present, taking deep breath, and not reacting, and being silent with the mind, and being kind, being grateful, and being present. These are the seven things I was talking about. Actually, I'm talking about independently. We are using our own faculties and do that. Some people may start with the app. Like some of the patients, I do start on the app, but this dependency on the app is growing. That's my concern. You can start it, but you have to come back to your natural things. Preferably be natural in these things. All these apps are there, but then I'm afraid going to be dependent like they are on the phone now, on the tablet, and our computers. They can shut them off. I can work and I can finish it off and go away. But a lot of people, of my friends, they have this habit of not able to leave the phone, or they call some kind of time off. They have to give devices. They are not able to do. So there is a place for the apps, but there is a also concern about getting addicted. Hi Santosh, how are you?
You heard about Wiki Moves? Wiki Moves.
I don't know what it is. Tell me.
Wiki Wiki Moves. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Santosh, Rami, yeah,
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I just joined now. Definitely, you always talk about the health and positivity and all these things. That's the reason I come here. And you know what? The topic is really resonate with me. Because how you live your life stress free is it's very interesting topic actually because stress
Yeah,
is so bad it can destroy you, right? So you have to have a healthy lifestyle,
yeah,
what do you call that? Physical, mental,
yeah,
financial, and spiritual. And these four elements are very, very important. And it all starts from physical, right? So if you are physically fit and fine, and then you can perform your job well, and you get the results. And when you start to get results, you will have less number of anxiety, and you start to live a healthy and prosperous life. So these days, like I'm more on thinking about that things and just implementing on my day-to-day activities. So what I do, doctor, is just I look at for my sleeping habit. So
yeah,
I maintain 7.5 hours of sleep every day, no matter what situation. And then 4 days a week I go for the gym to do like about 5-6 hours exercise. And then I will definitely do my regular job and regular time and spend quality time with my family and take some time for sports and all these things. So literally these days I'm on the best. I'm living my best life actually. So if I can be like this way, so I will be definitely be healthy,
yeah,
be economically sound, and spiritually fine. Because when your body works better, when you can perform well, and you have enough sleep and you do exercise and all these things, you automatically, wealthy on the spiritual level. So, and yeah, that's what I think. That's why I think your topic is really interesting to me. And I think a lot of people are having stress, anxiety, because
yeah,
maybe they are not thinking properly. Maybe they are not utilizing their time properly, or maybe they have not positive mindset. So it's all about your mindset, how you penetrate yourself, how to move yourself. That's how you get the result, doctor. That's what I would like to. Thank you.
yeah. Yeah, the topic here is we were talking about simple seven things we can do on a daily basis to be stress free. Hi, Alma. Hi, Shante. So, anybody else has any other comment?
Yeah, I was going to talk about Wiki Moves. Wiki Moves being used in medicine to train people to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, Wikimos. Yeah, now I get it. Okay,
Yeah. So when I
Wikimos.
was talking about an
Yeah,
app as a way to bootstrap into such a way so that you don't need the app anymore.
yeah, that is the idea. That is why this is called Wikimos, Ram. Like a Wikipedia, like a Wikimos. It has a lot of meaning, a lot of help to a lot of people because Some people are so deeply conditioned, they cannot really have this self efficacy, and they need help. Like the Calm app, for example, the CEO came here to the clubhouse, and they were talking about Calm and all that. But I challenged it. Calm cannot really give you meditation. It can calm you down, can make you preparatory for the sleep and all that. When I asked him that question, he was very honest. He said, "Yeah, this is not for the meditation. This is only just to settle down people who are really, that shows. We do prescribe the calm apps for certain people because they cannot sit down and do these things I'm talking about. So they have to start somewhere. So at that time, apps will be good. So as a beginning, and then later on, that is the difficulty. Most of the people are conditioned like you have to give me a pill so that I don't have to do anything, then I will be able to be okay. And that has become real problem for us because we are missing out on our natural healthy stuff that we could be. So as we go more into the technology, we are concentrating more into the molecular biology and studying it, and now we're coming to the conclusions. Oh, being natural is much better than putting some chemicals into our system. So, but to do those chemicals when you need them, when you are really diseased. Otherwise, what I am saying is be natural. Try to cultivate the things that you have within you as a human being, and then use your knowledge and use appropriately the technology, the medicines, and all that we have. So it's a kind of knowing. But when you talk about wellness, the way I am talking about, I'm talking about my life only, and also my patients, other people that we do. Because the lifestyles are so clean and really revitalizing us, we don't have to use the medicines because the system is in balance. It's not in disease. That's what it is. Okay. So this room is for people to really understand where those wellness were forgotten and how we can come back to them without spending any money. You know, just sitting down and calming your mind is a very important thing now because information overload is there. There's too much information coming at us, and we are not able to, calm it down. But it is essential to have that time period. You will actually perform better when you calm your mind down and go to a new task that you want to do. Don't think about all the things when you are doing the new task. Then you will be in flow where you're going to be focused so much, your work will be done with less energy. And you also enjoy the job too. And also, you will enjoy the quality that has come out because we are so focused on that.
I have a question for you, Dr. Rao.
Yeah.
Some people are very restless, going off tangent.
Yeah.
They're called scatterbrains.
Yeah.
Scatterbrains. But they seem to be very good at performing their jobs.
Yeah.
A lot of brilliant scientists tend to be scatterbrains.
I know.
So is a scatterbrain, is it like a necessarily negative?
No. Scattered mind can be in your control and you can focus. That's fine. You can focus that. But there are conditions where that's like a EMR, for example, the physicians, there's so much data is thrown at us. And a lot of people have this brain fog. They forget things. They don't have clarity, and they can't sleep, and they have this indigestion problem that actually we see in the patients. So we kind of, it is getting worse in the sense we are getting the kids also very young age to have all the sides of this information overload. And the scattered mind is because multiple stimuli are coming at you, and you are dividing your attention in the sense you are losing the attention, you are having the deficit of attention. Scattered mind means you are not able to focus on one thing at a time for a long time. So it goes to other, it goes to jump to other, and that is not control. That will get worse. That is a concern.
So how best to manage somebody with a scattered mind, scattered brain behavior?
Yeah, first of all, sit down and be with yourself at least for a few minutes in the beginning. And then take deep breaths, and then try to watch your thoughts. Whatever thoughts are going, watch them. Then you will have some kind of pattern, some kind of organization. An organized mind is way superior than disorganized mind. Scattered mind basically is it has no, it is going all over. And when you really need to focus, when you really have to be purposeful, unless you're threatened, a lot of people cannot really focus like that. Teaching them is a very healthy thing, and everybody is coming to this now. Oh, I want to meditate, I want to do mindfulness and all those things. This healthcare is a big problem. People are information overload, people are really burning out, and I spend a lot of time with them, that is something shameful, because they have so many years to study to become doctors or nurses, and now when they are doing the job they used to love, with the information overload and overwork, people are not enjoying their jobs, and then a lot of people are leaving the field. That is our concern. That's why we bring in all this natural stuff, a perspective to look at the modern lifestyle, how it has evolved with all these things outside data and all that is too overwhelming for people. So just leave it for a while. Take a couple of hours away from it is a good thing. Half an hour before you touch them in the morning, be quiet. And before you sleep, half an hour before you sleep, shut them down and have like an unwinding the thing where you can settle down and keep your mind silent and be positive and go to sleep. So it's kind of, I'm warning. Technology is good. I'm a technologist, I'm an informatician, I deal with the information, right? But I know the limitation of information, and also bad effects of the information overload. That's what I'm cautioning about. Anybody else has any questions or comments or experiences you want to share? See, I made some videos on this topic, scattered mind, how to do it. There was one video, if you want to go to my YouTube channel, Ram, and then look at it. It's about 3 minutes of mind. What it does tell you is sit down, close your eyes, take deep breaths, and then for 3 minutes, just to follow whatever thoughts come. Don't hold it, don't repress it, let them come and go. If you can do at least few of them, then you will feel that tranquility that's already there. And that tranquility is something that you could really uh, touch on and then be very happy about. So that's this week's discussion I was talking about now comes to end today. Once again, the first one I was talking about was be in the moment, live in the present, right? That's living in the present. That's the word you want to remember. It's not that you cannot remember what you have studied, what you have understood, and all that. That's not it. But don't go and live in the past. That is what it is. That means you are in the present, but you're thinking about something that happened that has no consequence here, but you are going on thinking. That's how we waste our energy. The other thing is, don't live in the future. In your, you can plan, you can make brainstorming and all that, but when you're doing stuff, pay attention to the stuff. Don't go and live in the results and all that. This is something we teach all the players and other people too now. Live in the present all the time, right? The second one I talked about, deep breathing, how helpful, how it cuts down thinking and all that. And then of course we react quite much. Even discussions here, people take it personal, they react emotionally, they feel hurt, they feel like they were not given all this, right? But then if you don't react, just listen, just respond to that, that will be good. And then silence I talked about, at least twice a day do that. And be kind to somebody every day, which is a very good thing. The more kind you are to other people, the more kindness you will feel inside. And also celebrate all the things that you have, the celebration of gratitude. Be grateful for whatever you have, and then be positive, you know and do things for others. That is what it is. So Prasad, Shayanti, Alma, Tomoka, Ram, Santosh, Dharani. Okay. So I am done to talk about what I wanted to. But if you have any questions or comments or want to share anything, I will leave that for you. And if everybody is satisfied, then we will close the room. Okay. Any questions from what I talked about? Any doubts or something?
Doctor, whatever you just now you said, all amazing things you shared just now, and definitely, if we do all these things, we definitely live our life more happier and accomplish life. So that's it. Like, thank you so much because when I come in here and whenever I listen to you, like I really connected that you talk about the breathing techniques and I I try to follow that, because I drive. I really drive a lot due to my work, and I try to do the breathing exercise, and that's working. And in the morning, one of my friend, I share that idea to him as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much. Like I love to listen from you, and because end of the day, health is very very important, no matter what you do in your life, and if you are living a healthy life, and then you will be recover from all these negative thoughts, anxiety, depression, and what do you call it, all the negative things. So you'll be happy every time, and you accomplish your goal and live a fulfillment in life. So really, really interesting topic. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something I do. So it's not like a theory for me. It's something practical I do every day, something or other. It is very blissful and tranquilizing. You can have a very peaceful day. So things may come at us. So many challenges come at us, but then the more we reinforce our inner being, the better. I call that inner resilient. How can you be inner resilient? Is not to waste the energy and be in control of not only emotions and also thoughts. But once you are like that, it will be very quiet and tranquil mind. That itself is very good. Today I read a article one of my friends put in Facebook from Steve Jobs. When he was dying, he wrote this letter, and that was very, very, very good. In that, he was talking about at the end of life, you realize only thing you won't get back is the life itself. And all this suffering, everything that I went through, I cannot buy anything with any things to get the suffering go away, because he was suffering from pancreatic cancer at the time, right? So he said, happiness is not in the things of life. That is what the ancients said long time ago. They had purushartha. That's a way of life, like uh, uh, artha, dharma, dharmartha, kama, moksha. Dharma means the righteous way. Artha means the properties, monies, and all that. Kama is the desire for anything. So if you are desirous and you want pleasure all the time, like in the Hollywood, one way, they realize sooner or later that is not really fulfilling. But if you look for the money, like the Wall Street on the other side, then you will realize money doesn't bring happiness to you at the end of it. You'll be going for it for the needs and all that. But what I'm saying is, people trying to buy happiness in the things. But then they said,
Doctor, sorry, doctor. Even like 2,500 years old, before 2,500 years before, Siddhartha Gautam from Lumbini, he
yeah,
was he prince, right? So why he left his palace and went to Gaya, India, and to get his enlightenment, and how Buddha became like
yeah,
born in Nepal, right? So these are the things, right? People
yeah.
have realized I realized long time back because money doesn't give you happiness.
Yeah.
Money
Fine.
can
See,
is
let me finish, Santosh.
inner thing. Happiness is the inner thing. Yeah.
Let me finish, okay? Then if there is no happiness in the money, if there is no happiness in the desire, then you can do righteously and some money because you have to live and all that. Some small innocent pleasures, that's all okay. But if you are looking for a fulfillment that is almost like a more stable and permanent, that is where you really understand what is a human being, what is our mind, what is our body, what is beyond that as the human being we are, and then establishing ourselves and then going beyond the ego, personality, the mind. That is where they said that's moksha. And that is quite possible if you understand your own thought by studying the thought with your own mind. This is what we call studying the mind by turning the mind on itself. See, turning the mind on itself and studying. Hi, Jacob, how are you?
Hi, Dr. Rao.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very good.
Very good.
Okay.
That's good.
I am on, I don't know, a path of righteousness, and I don't want to make it sound more heroic than it is.
Yeah.
I just am trying to use the most humble,
Yeah.
logical opinion,
Yeah.
cross-referenced with my environmental opinion,
Yeah.
and I'm kicking some butt, good sir. I've never been doing better in my life, and it's nice to see you.
Great,
As well
great.
as Durrani, Ram, nice to see you.
Yeah.
And Santosh.
Today we were talking about being positive. I was doing the 7 principles to be stress free every day. The last topic I was talking about is the being positive. That's what you are talking about, Jacob. That's good. Uh, nice to hear the positivity about that.
But also, I keep arguing with people, but I'm also learning about why I'm arguing with people.
Yeah,
And
reflect.
here, let me give you one really good note. There was this one interaction I had this morning where the person said, "Hey, you just kind of stepped over this person's comment." Now, if you think about the linguistical format and structure of, "Oh, you just stepped over this person's comment,"
Yeah.
what he means is he did not receive the perceived value of what he thinks I should have given to that statement.
Yeah.
Now, to me, I didn't give a shit about that statement, and so I moved on because I knew it was wrong, and I knew I didn't really need to address it. But he wanted me to value that statement, and he wanted me to give it some sort of gravity.
Yeah.
But I don't value it.
Yeah,
and
he
so
wants to
this
be.
person tried to implant a value into me,
Yeah.
and then they got upset at me when I didn't value it the same as them.
Yeah.
But I have a different specialty and a different knowledge in that knowledge category, and so I already know not to value that sort of statement.
Yeah.
But that person doesn't know, and they wanted me to value it, and then they accused me of being like heartless because I didn't value that particular thing, and I went to a bigger point or a more kind of whatever subcutaneous layer.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, let's get to the causality of why this even occurs. Then we don't have to deal with the superficial layer, and we can actually deal with the root causes. But this person had like a negative accusation of me because I did that, and I realized, well, it's not because I'm wrong, and it's not because of my different values. It's because this particular individual that I'm speaking to, they want me to mirror their values for this superfluous phenomenon.
Yeah.
And I found that very fascinating. So now
let me give you a
reorganizing how I talk to people. Yeah.
Let me give you a deeper thing involved in this. Okay. Usually people used to have what is called samvad. That means dialogue. Versus nowadays we have arguments, right? What it is when you have ego and you want to present self as the egoistic assertion, that's when the arguments come. Because both egos are trying to prove their point. They want to be validated. They want to be honored for what they think and all. But in that samvad, we evolved into what's called satsang, where we gather together and explore into the truth of matter of anything. And that truth seeking, if it is there, then you are able to listen, you are able to understand, and they don't have to see, but they will come to the truth on their own. So it's a question of understanding, am I seeking the truth in any matter, or am I trying to impose my opinion on somebody else? But once people realize that, they will calm down. There will be camaraderie to other people and listening to other people, and it's okay even if we differ. Okay, because people grow in different ways, right? So once you are in a different conditioning, different exposure of things, then you will be thinking certain way, and then you are not aware of it. So samvad, that is the dialogue versus argument. Modern times, argument has become much more. That's why people are very unhappy when they want to come and find out truth of any matter. They just want authority or somebody to say something, and then they will blindly. But the ancient way is no authority, but truth as the authority. So what it is you kind of go after the truth and find out yourself from within.
Okay, Dr. Rao, I have one more question. Okay, again, sometimes I have learned how to emphasize my words.
Yeah.
So it creates an effect. Now, some people, they consider this as yelling.
Yeah.
They say, stop yelling at me. And I say, hold on. I'm not yelling at you. I'm emphasizing certain pronunciations.
Yeah.
So you're on the same page and you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm doing. And as a matter of fact, in the worst case scenario, sometimes I say, if you would like a demonstration of yelling, I'll be glad to provide you one, but I would prefer not to.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can imagine what yelling sounds like, and I don't want to have to do that just to show you what yelling is.
Yeah, this is very common, even with the kids and teenagers also. Even if you want to say something, you're not even yelling, but they say, you are yelling at me. That is because they want to be affirmed.
They don't like wrong.
Yeah.
They don't like being wrong. And
Yeah.
here's the thing, it's okay. It's okay, and I try to show by example. Look, if you say something, I will say, yes, I'm wrong. Thank you for teaching me that. And it could be as simple as that, just saying, oh, I'm wrong, thank you, right? But again, this particular situation, there was one more aspect to it.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it?
I will ask you a question.
Sorry.
Okay, let me ask you a
Go,
question.
go.
What it is somebody is talking to you. Do you have the urge to convey?
I remember what it is.
Yeah.
Dr. Rao.
Yeah.
I'm very quick to tell people.
I'm
I'm very quick to do that. Now, I have thought this in the past 24 hours. Look, I don't need to yell at my students to teach them something. Or even if somebody's debating me and they want to be aggressive, I don't have to. No, I don't have to yell at. Okay, and by the way, recently I found myself swearing. I say, hey, a business. This is what I said earlier today. I said, a person's like, oh, you don't care about this person. They lost their business and they tried to take out a loan. And I said, a business is supposed to make money. If your business doesn't make money, then what the F are you doing? You must be an F&R person if you think that in a business does not make money. That's the whole concept of a business, of a for-profit business. It's supposed to make money, right? But I've realized I should not swear because I'm actually trying to teach the person.
Yeah.
Okay, and they have a different conception, and they don't realize that it's not a charity, it's not a non-for-profit, it's a for-profit business. And I don't need to swear at them to explain my point, saying that, hey, no. The way that for-profit businesses work is that you need to have a profit to call it a for-profit business.
Yeah.
And that is another thing to realize.
Now, remember one thing, Jacob. What it is when you are having a talk with somebody, either you are conveying a point or your some wisdom or something that you learned that you think very good. Don't be in a hurry to ask them to learn this now. Let them explore the topic by themselves and discover the truth. That means you don't make a statement and say, this is the way you do it. This is something you want to consider. This is something that you want to experience, and then come from that. That would be much more easy for the person.
You're right, because I don't know if it's the perfect method. How do I know if my method is the perfect method? So I should not act like it's a deterministic fact of law of nature.
Yeah.
And I think that's my mistake that I'm doing.
Yeah, that's the difference between truth seeking or telling as authority as the truth. Authority as the truth is what many people do. But if you allow people to discover truth by themselves, then they will have to do a lot of work. And that's where people differ, Jacob. Not everybody at the same level to inquire. So the important thing is turn your every question inward. Turn inward and find out what does the conscience say. Then you don't have to see these days it has become so much common to make people feel like I know this, so you have to live this. This is where the truth. I'm telling you for your own good. But the other person may not be available to receive that. So don't tell them the truth, but let them discover the truth. Find the means to guide them towards.
Dr. Rao, you're the best, man. Yeah. Just hey, you're the best. I love talking to you. Thank you.
Sure, Jacob.
Santosh, please go ahead. Yeah. Hey, Jacob, first of all, I want to ask you something. Like, you have put there Texas and there is a sunflower because flowers, when I see flowers, I got inactive very badly because I've been in the flower industry for the last 15 years. So, what is the reason that you put that flower in Texas? Is there any meaning towards it? I'm born in Ukraine.
Okay.
The Ukrainian colors are yellow and blue. Yeah. And actually, this is something I wanted to ask Dr. Rao. This is my last question.
Yeah.
Dr. Rao, I want to kill Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
I want to murder him.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about this. Mm-hmm. I think he's genociding millions of people. He's destroying a whole country.
Yeah.
I want to kill one man to stop him.
Every day I feel
I don't feel bad. Should I feel bad about this? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm telling you how I handle this because I look at this PBS News Hour in the evening, right? Every day there will be description of the ferocious bombings and all those things that are happening on the Ukrainian society, and also other people are also leaving so many countries and others. So basically, they bring us all the human suffering that's going on, right? And then now that is going on, should we fund the Ukrainian or not? I think that's fundamentally wrong because somebody invaded and then perpetrating all this violence and the suffering on these people who are not threatening him in any way, but they have to defend themselves. So my heart goes out to the Ukrainian, no doubt about it. And there were discussions about this kind of evil going on in the world and how there seems to be the evil people are winning and the other people are suffering. So
no, they're not winning.
Yeah,
we just have
this
100% defensive methods.
Yeah,
but no. As a matter of fact, we have a lot of people working on it.
Yeah.
And we're over 90%.
No. Let me say, they seem to be.
Is they have shot 5 missiles in the same location.
No. They seem to be winning.
It's difficult to knock down 5 missiles coming at once.
Yeah,
we're gonna figure it out.
No, we are figuring out. We are doing
them their own medicine.
No, we are doing the thing. But what it is They seem to be winning, right? They're kind of destroying things.
No,
And all that.
no,
No,
they're
no.
not winning, and the front line has been pushed back.
No,
They
no,
are
no.
losing,
Particular
and they're
war.
going to continue to lose.
No, no. I'm talking about the evil as a whole. This particular war, yeah, they're
Yes,
pushing them
evil
down.
is going
Yeah.
to continue to lose.
No, listen. First of all, then you'll get it. So this evil was going on at the time of Hitler, right? And there was a time when Hitler was invading Poland. It seems like he's marching everywhere, right? Then some people went to the sage Ramana Maharshi and asked him, "What is going on? Why this bad guy is doing? Thing we feel like killing him." Like you said, he also said the same thing, right? And then he said, "Don't worry, the divine power will take care of itself." And then this all these democratic forces and noble souls are all coming together, and then they'll fight them. The same thing will happen to Putin too. So I think it's already there. This way he's going and contacting rogue nations like North Korea, other Turkey, and other people.
Did you see him get on his knees and kiss North Korea's rocket boy's hand?
Yeah.
And the guy wasn't even looking at him.
Yeah. No. Wow, you see, from the time he was in Nation 8, right? That's a powerful one. He was a member of that. Now he's reduced to just to be with North Korea. So it's kind of downgraded in every which way. He's downgraded. That is there. I think the Russia people themselves, they're going to go against him because they made their lives miserable. That's happening. Anyway, we are done with the time now. So I think I have to go and join the dinner. Thanks for coming, everybody. Jacob, Santosh, Nazli, Alma, Dharni, and then Ram, other people are there here. See you again tomorrow, and we will talk about inner glow. How can we have inner glow when we live all these stress-free things every day? And that will be kind of little deeper philosophical. Probably you will enjoy that. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Dr. Rao, you're the best. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye bye.